It's hot, I know. Everyone knows the heat is not a secret today, but fighting it requires energy. I don't have in this weather, so instead I decided to let it be hot. Let the summer do what summer does, without my resistance, which turns out to be considerably more comfortable than fighting it was. Let it be hot and just move slower. Let it be hot and find the shade. Let it be hot and stop arguing with the weather, which never listens anyway. Let it be hot and I'll be cool about it. Let it be hot and I'll find my way through the slow way, the shady way, the cold water way. Let it be hot and I'll stop checking the temperature every 20 minutes, which doesn't help, which never helps. Let it be hot and let summer be exactly what it is, which is hot, which is fine, which is summer. Stop rushing, 'cause rushing in this heat is its own punishment. Started moving like the air does on very hot days, slowly in no particular direction, finding the cool wherever it was, not arguing, just finding. Let it be hot and let me be someone who found a way through it gently. The heat doesn't need my opinion about the heat. The heat is gonna do what it does, whether I complain or not. So I stopped complaining and started noticing all the ways summer is beautiful, even when it's this hot, especially when it's this hot. Let it be hot and I'll be cool about it. Let it be hot and I'll find my way through the slow way, the shady way, the cold water way. Let it be hot and I'll stop checking the temperature every 20 minutes, which doesn't help, which never helps. Let it be hot and let summer be exactly what it is, which is hot, which is fine, which is summer. Which is summer. Gently through it. Let it be hot, cool about it, always. Not all at once, not in a rush, just slowly the way cold water should be drunk on a very hot day, when drinking it too fast would waste the cold of it on the inside of your throat before it had time to do what cold water slowly does, which is remind every part of you, one sip at a time, that cold still exists and is available in a glass right now, which is everything. Cold water slowly is not about hydration. Cold water slowly is about taking your time with something that deserves your full attention, which cold water on a hot day absolutely does. something you only do when the cold of the glass is too good to only drink. The cold going directly into the warmth of the afternoon, through the glass, through my palm, through everything. Cold water slowly giving everything it has, 1 degree at a time. Cold water slowly is summer's best practice. Not cold water quickly, not cold water while doing something else. Cold water slowly with both hands around the glass, feeling the cold from the outside before you even take a sip, which might be better than the sip itself, which is saying something. Cold water slowly, 1 sip, then a pause to appreciate the cold of it. Cold water slowly, the glass sweating in my hand, the water inside impossibly cold for how hot everything else is. Cold water slowly, the most deliberate drinking I do all summer. Cold water slowly, because rushing it would mean it was gone, and I'm not ready for it to be gone. Not yet, not until every sip has done what it came to do. What it came to do. Better than the sip itself. Cold water slowly, impossibly cold for how hot everything is. Had places to go, things to do, a list that looked very reasonable. This morning before the heat arrived and made everything on the list seem like a decision I could revisit later when it was cooler, which would be eventually. For now, too warm to hurry, which is the most honest thing I've said all summer. Too warm to hurry is not an excuse, it's an accurate assessment of current conditions and a reasonable response to them. Too warm to hurry, so I won't. Too warm to hurry, so everything gets done at the pace that the weather allows, which today is slow and shady and with many stops for cold water. Too warm to hurry, and the list will wait. The list is very patient. In summer, it knows how this goes. Walk to the corner, which normally takes 4 minutes, took 8. Stopped twice, once for shade, once because the shade was very good and leaving it seemed unnecessary. Too warm to hurry past good shade, which is a rule I'm implementing this summer. Effective immediately. Hurrying in this heat only makes the heat worse, and you sweatier and everything harder. Not hurrying in this heat makes everything the same, except you arrive slightly later and considerably less upset about the heat, which seems like the better outcome. Too warm to hurry, so I want to warm to hurry, so everything gets done at the pace that the weather allows, which today is slow and shady, and with many stops for cold water. Too warm to hurry, and the list will wait. The list is very patient. In summer, it knows how this goes. Effective immediately. Too warm to hurry. Slow and shady and fine. We have a complicated relationship, the heat and me. Some years I resented, some years I accepted. This year I decided to understand it, which is the most mature response I've had to the heat in all the summers I've been here for it. The heat doesn't hate me, the heat doesn't even know I exist. It just is, and I'm in it, which makes us neighbors at minimum. The heat and me have been doing this every summer for years, and this year I decided to stop taking it personally. The heat and me reaching and understanding. The heat and me agreeing that the heat will be hot, and I will find the shade and the cold water and the slow fan, and we'll get through the summer together. The heat and me, not enemies, not friends, just two things sharing the same August afternoon. The heat and me, which is fine, actually, which is more than fine. Notice things about the heat I hadn't before. The way it makes the air above the road shimmer, the way it makes everything move slower and somehow more beautifully. The heat and me spending time together long enough for me to find it interesting, which took all my previous summers, but I got there. The heat is not trying to ruin my summer. The heat is just being summer at full capacity, which is a lot, but it's honest, and I appreciate honesty, even when it's very warm and sitting directly on my shoulders at 2 p.m. in August. The heat and me finally on the same page. The heat and cold water and the slow fan, and we'll get through the summer together. The heat and me, not enemies, not friends, just two things sharing the same August afternoon. The heat and me, which is fine, actually, which is more than fine. More than fine. Finally on the same page. The heat and me, sharing the same August afternoon together. Set it to the lowest setting, which moves the air just enough to remind you air can move on a day when it seems to have forgotten the fan. Doing it slow, reliable, back and forth, the same motion it's been making all summer, all the summers before this one. Slow fan, the most faithful appliance I own, never complains, never stops, just turns and turns and turns. Slow fan is not about the cool, and slow fan is about the sound and the rhythm and the small reliable breeze that says I'm here, I've got you, it's going to be okay. Slow fan turning in the corner, slow fan making the curtain move slightly, which is the most beautiful thing a curtain can do. Slow fan, the rhythm I fell asleep to last night. Slow fan still going this morning, faithful and cool, and exactly what this room needed. Slow fan, the summer's most underrated hero. Sat directly in front of it, closer than necessary. Let the air hit my face at regular intervals. The way slow fan delivers everything at regular intervals. Nothing dramatic, nothing sudden, just the slow turning and the air and the sound. That means summer at home. Slow fan, I'd write you a thank you note if I thought you could read. The slow fan doesn't try to be the air conditioning, it just tries to be the slow fan, which is exactly what's needed on a day you've decided to let be hot. Just the fan, just the turning, just the small reliable breeze doing what it can with what it has, which is everything. Slow fan turning in the corner, slow fan making the curtain slow fan still going this morning, faithful and cool, and exactly what this room needed. Slow fan, the summer's most underrated hero. Most underrated hero. I've got you. Slow fan turning still. Everything it has. There it was on the other side of the street, a tree doing its best work of the whole year right now, casting shade in exactly the shape I needed. I crossed without checking the light properly, which I don't recommend, but the shade was right there and the sun was very much also there, and the decision made itself. Shade found the two best words of a hot afternoon. Shade found is not a small thing. Shade found on the right day at the right hour is the difference between the afternoon you planned and the afternoon you actually wanted. Shade found and everything changed. Shade found the temperature dropped approximately 3 degrees, which is not a lot, but is everything when you've been in the sun for too long. Shade found and I stopped. Shade found and I stayed longer than I planned, because shade once found should never be left too quickly. Stood there letting the cool of it settle over me, the way shade settles when you stop moving and let it do what it does, which is make everything better without doing anything dramatic, just being a tree shadow on a hot day, which is the most useful thing a tree shadow has ever been to me personally. Shade found is summer being generous. The tree didn't have to be there, didn't have to grow tall enough to cast exactly this much shade at exactly this hour, but it did, and I found it, and we had a moment, the tree and I, in the shade of a very hot afternoon. Shade found and everything changed. Shade found the temperature dropped approximately 3 degrees, which is not a lot, but is everything when you've been in the sun for too long. Shade found and I stopped. Shade found and I stayed longer than I planned, because shade once found should never be left too quickly. Never left too quickly. A moment the tree and I, shade found. Everything changed. face very clearly. The heat at its highest, the productivity at its lowest, the couch at its most persuasive. I consider resisting for approximately 30 seconds and then surrender completely, which felt less like giving up and more like finally being honest about what the afternoon was always going to be. Afternoon surrender is not defeat. Afternoon surrender is wisdom accumulated over many summers of trying to be productive at 2 p.m. in August and failing every time. Afternoon surrender to the heat, to the slow fan, to the couch that already has my shape. Afternoon surrender, the most intelligent decision I make all summer. Afternoon surrender, where the to-do list becomes the tomorrow list, where the urgency of everything becomes the gentleness of nothing. Afternoon surrender, and the afternoon finally becomes what it was always trying to be. Lay down, which the couch received immediately. The slow fan still going, the curtain barely moving, the afternoon heat pressing softly on everything. Afternoon surrender, and everything got quieter, including the part of me that usually argues about this. The afternoon has been winning this argument since the beginning of time. It's 2 p.m. in August and you think you're gonna get things done. You're not, you're going to surrender to the couch and the heat and the slow fan and the particular stillness of an afternoon that knows exactly what it is and is very good at it. Afternoon surrender to the heat, to the slow fan, to the couch that already has my shape. Afternoon surrender, the most intelligent decision I make all summer. Afternoon surrender, where the to-do list becomes the tomorrow list, where the urgency of everything becomes the gentleness of nothing. Afternoon surrender, and the afternoon finally becomes what it was always trying to be. Always trying to be the part that stopped arguing, the most intelligent decision all summer. Wasn't moving at all, which you notice immediately on a hot day, because moving air is the difference between hot and fine and just hot, still air. The particular heaviness of summer at its most itself. No breeze and no excuse, just the heat sitting there in everything, completely unbothered by my preference for wind. Still air is summer without apology, just the heat and the quiet and the weight of an afternoon that has decided not to move today. Still air and everything holding its breath. Still air, the leaves not doing anything. The curtain completely still for once. Still air, which means the slow fan is working harder than you. Still air, which means I'm moving slower than usual. Still air, and the whole day paused in the heat of itself, waiting for a breeze that may or may not be coming. Found myself moving more carefully through the still air, the way you move through something that feels thicker than usual, which still air does. On the hottest days it has weight, still air pressing gently on everything, including me, which I let it, because fighting still air is even less useful than fighting the heat. Still air teaches you that you were relying on the breeze more than you knew, that the small movements of air that you barely noticed were doing more work than you gave them credit for. Still air is just the absence of something you didn't know you needed until it stopped. Still air and everything holding its breath. Still air, the leaves not doing anything. The curtain completely still for once. Still air, which means the slow fan is working harder than usual. Still air, which means I'm moving slower than usual. Still air, and the whole day paused in the heat of itself, waiting for a breeze that may or may not be coming. May or may not be coming. Didn't know I needed it. Still air, everything holding its breath. The direct route was shorter but sunnier, and today shorter and sunnier was not the combination I was looking for. So I went the long way around, past the trees that made a tunnel of shade, past the building that blocked the afternoon sun, exactly where I needed it blocked. The long way around added 7 minutes and subtracted approximately all of the suffering that the short way would have caused. The long way around in summer is not the wrong way. The long way around is the way that knows about shade and uses it, which makes it the right way, obviously. The long way around, past everything worth walking, past the long way around where the trees are doing their best work. The long way around that took longer and felt shorter, because shade changes how time moves through you. The long way around, the route I'm taking for the rest of summer, direct routes can wait until September. Found a new street I hadn't walked before, which only happened 'cause the short way was too hot. The long way around showing me something I would have missed if I'd gone. The efficient way, which I often do and will do less this summer, 'cause the long way keeps having better things in it than the short way does. The long way around is summer's best advice. Stop going the fast way to the hot place. Start going the slow way to the shady place, which takes longer and is better in every way that matters, when the sun is doing what the sun is doing today, which is everything at full volume. The long way around, past everything worth walking, past the long way around where the trees are doing their best work. The long way around that took longer and felt shorter, because shade changes how time moves through you. The long way around, the route I'm taking for the rest of summer, direct routes can wait until September. Until September. Better things in it. The long way around. Shade changes every 3. Not dramatically, not all at once, just gently. The way butter melts on a warm pan before the pan gets too hot, melting gently into the afternoon, into the heat, into the particular slow feeling of a summer day that is asking nothing of me except to be here and warm and gently. bound to be solved. Melting gently is the body, finding its summer shape, which is softer than its winter shape and considerably more comfortable. Melting gently into the couch, into the shade, into the afternoon that has no agenda. Melting gently the way the ice does in a cold drink, slowly giving everything to the cooling of the moment. Melting gently, which is the only way to melt on a day like this one. Not fighting, not rushing, just softening slowly into summer. Everything softened by the heat, the schedule, the to-do list, the urgency of things that seemed urgent this morning. All of it melting gently into something more manageable, more like suggestions than demands. Melting gently is summer, doing its best work on the things that needed softening. There's a version of melting that's lost, and a version that's just becoming more yourself in the heat. Melting gently is the second one, the summer taking the edges off, making everything softer, rounder, less sharp than it was in the cold, which is a gift if you let it be. Melting gently into the couch, into the shade, into the afternoon that has no agenda. Melting gently the way the ice does in a cold drink, slowly giving everything to the cooling of the moment. Melting gently, which is the only way to melt on a day like this one. Not fighting, not rushing, just softening slowly into summer. Softening slowly, a gift if you let it. Melting gently into summer always. Not hiding, just lying low, the way animals do in the hottest part of the day. Not absent, not asleep, just close to the ground where the cool collects. If you're patient enough to find it, lying low is the summer strategy of everything smarter than me, which is most things in August. And I'm finally taking notes. Lying low is not doing nothing. Lying low is doing the most intelligent thing available, which is staying out of the worst of it until it passes. Lying low through the hottest part, lying low while the afternoon does its thing above me. outside, and outside is doing what outside does in August, which is everything at maximum volume, lying low and letting it pass over me the way the heat passes over everything eventually. Found the cool spot on the floor, the one by the window that catches the shade in the afternoon. Lay down in it immediately without hesitation or dignity, both of which I've decided are optional. In August, lying low on the cool floor, the slow fan above me, the heat outside doing its thing while I didn't mind. Which was this, exactly this. Lying low is not a summer failure. Lying low is what the smartest creatures do when the environment asks too much. They get low, they get still, they wait for the temperature to negotiate with itself and come back to something more reasonable, which it always does by evening, which is why lying low only needs to last until then. Lying low through the hottest part, lying low while the afternoon does its thing above me. Lying low where the floor is cooler than the air, and the air is cooler than outside, and outside is doing what outside does in August, which is everything at maximum volume, lying low and letting it pass over me the way the heat passes over everything eventually. Only needs to last until evening. Lying low. Exactly this. Nothing that needs to happen in the next hour is going to happen any better for happening faster in this heat. So I decided no rush, which is a decision you have to make actively in summer, because the default is always hurrying toward things that can wait. No rush is the summer decision I keep having to make. Every morning I'm getting better every day. No rush doesn't mean nothing happens. No rush means everything happens at the pace it was always supposed to happen, which in summer is slower than you think. You need no rush, just this, just now, just the heat doing its thing. No rush, the errand will get done, the message will get sent, the thing will happen. No rush, just not at the speed I usually demand of everything, including myself. No rush is the kindest thing I've said to myself all summer, and I'm saying it again right now. which is how afternoons always work. They expand or contract depending on whether you're fighting them or floating through. No rush in the afternoon became something I was in rather than something I was getting through. We rush because we think arriving faster is better than arriving at the right time, which in summer is later than you planned and cooler than the direct route, and better for having taken the long way through the heat without hurrying, which is the whole lesson summer keeps teaching and I keep learning. No rush, just this, just now, just the heat doing its thing. No rush, the errand will get done, the message will get sent, the thing will happen. No rush, just not at the speed I usually demand of everything, including myself. No rush is the kindest thing I've said to myself all summer, and I'm saying it again right now. Right now, no rush. Floating through. No rush. The kindest thing all summer. Felt it before I saw it, the air doing something different than it had been doing all afternoon, which was nothing. Now something small, but something a degree, maybe two, of something cooler than before. Evening finally arriving the way the best things arrive, without announcing themselves, just suddenly being there when they weren't before. Evening finally is not just cooler air. Evening finally is the reward for making it through the afternoon without fighting, without rushing, just letting the heat be hot and waiting for this. Evening finally and the air changed. Evening finally and the slow fan seemed suddenly less necessary and more like a friend I'd been grateful for all day. Evening finally and I went outside, which I hadn't been able to since morning. Evening finally and the whole day made sense as the thing that led to this, to the cooling, to the golden, to the evening that was worth all of it. Sat outside for the first time all day, the air doing what the heat had been preventing it from doing since morning, moving just slightly, just enough to feel like a reward. Evening finally and the trees doing that thing they do at the end of a very hot day, standing in the golden light, looking like they'd been waiting for this too. The evening that follows a very hot day is different from any other evening. It's earned, it arrived after the heat did its worst, and you let it be hot and found the shade and drank the cold water slowly and lay low and surrendered to the afternoon and waited. And now evening finally to hurry, slow fan the long way around, melting gently, no rush, shade found, still air, afternoon surrender, cold water slowly, the heat in me lying low, low. Evening finally, the most beautiful two words of a summer day, done right. Mm-hmm.